Now then. Ah, yes. Also, talk to this apprentice.
You know it. What can I do for you?
I have a note here from your master.
This ought to be interesting. Such diction. This man is a true scholar and rhetorician. I am honored to be fired by one such as he. Good day.
Goodbye. Fortunately, missed out on some convo between Win and Zev. A shame.
Oh, you wish to talk to me? Truly, it's a courtesy for one so well-armed to notice a lowly merchant.
Did you lose your caste when you left Orzammar?
It's not your business. But like my father, I was born on the surface. We never had a caste to leave. The Assembly says we've turned our back on the stone, but they still use the goods we bring. Hypocrites. Maybe it'll change by the time my children are grown.
How often do you restock in Orzammar?
Twice a year. I'm confined to a trade stall in the commons, but I see enough. It's very closed in. My grandfather says I've lost my stone sense. I was born topside. I don't remember having it.
Alright, goodbye.
Best of luck to you.
Very well. Don't need to talk to you. For you, the only one we have not talked to would be Ariant here? Who are you?
Good-looking Mabari you have there.
Yes, his name is Barkspawn. I'm quite proud of him myself. I love him, he's my puppy.
Puppy? A dog such as this is not meant to be pampered and made fat on honey and sweetmeats. The Mabari is the king of dogs. Respect him and he will be your closest companion, and your most loyal defender.
I know he is. I am grateful that he chose me.
I was chosen by a Mabari myself years ago. I was one of the Ash Warriors, under the command of the old King Merrick. We laid down our lives for the king and for freedom, and my beloved Valder paid the ultimate price. Nothing was the same after that.
What do you mean nothing was the same?
They say a Mabari bonds with his human, but they often leave out that the bond goes both ways. No other Mabari could have taken his place. What is an Ash Warrior without his hound? There was nothing for me there anymore, and so I left.
I understand the life of a warrior is a hard one.
Look at me. I'm an old man. There is no place for me on the battlefield. I know about the Blight, and were I but 10 years younger, I would fight. But my time has passed.
Then I wish you well.
Wait a moment. Perhaps there is something I can do to help. You must know about Kadas, the paint we use to create patterns on the fur of the Mabari.
Yes?
I know some old patterns from a generation ago. I can teach them to you in exchange for some coin.
Sure. Alright. Not that one. That one. I'll take you. Thank you, sir. Did you have anything worth a damn?
I've told you what I know. If you'll excuse... Oh, certainly.
Backpack? No. Portrait of a goose girl? Remarkable topaz, that's for Zev. Plus 10 damage towards Darkspawn, that's not bad. Might have to go through my equipment real quick again before continuing on. Just to make sure that I have an empty inventory. So give me just a moment. Okie doke. I just finished wrapping that up. Went ahead and did a bunch. I did end up running back to camp because it's just easier to equip all your people back at camp. But changed around some of the armor and weapons people had, and I did end up buying the ranger skill set for Talia, so I can get ranger skills.
King Loghain will not suffer the delay of his appointed messenger.
Vieta, this land is held in trust for the sovereign dwarven kings. I cannot allow entry at this time.
King Loghain demands the allegiance of the Desher, or lords, or whatever you call them in your assembly. I am his appointed messenger.
I don't care if you're the king's wiper. Orzammar will have none but its own until our throne is settled.
Settled? Something happened too? What was it? King Angren? Important business in Orzammar.
None more important than mine.
Your business will wait. Orzammar must limit outside influence until the throne is settled. No one gets in.
I was born in Orzammar, let me pass.
Any dwarf who chooses to walk topside chooses to be excluded.
You better not let some pissant in after refusing Loghain's messenger.
Wait, look at me. You're the brand who dishonored the Proving. Trust you to be ignorant of our tragedy. Orzammar has no king. Endrin Idukan returned to the stone not 3 weeks ago, sick over the loss of his sons. The Assembly has gone through a dozen votes without agreeing on a successor. If it is not settled soon, we risk a civil war.
I am a Grey Warden. This treaty obliges Orzammar to aid me.
The Wardens killed King Cailan and nearly doomed Ferelden. They're sworn enemies of King Loghain.
Well, that is the Royal Seal. That means only the Assembly is authorized to address it. Grey Warden, you may pass.
You're letting in a traitor? And what was that you said? A filthy brand? In the name of King Loghain, I demand that you execute this stain on the honor of Ferelden.
Run to your false king. The dwarves will not hear him today.
You'll hear of this. King Loghain will see you quartered.
You are free to enter Orzammar, Grey Warden. Though I don't know what help you will find.
And welcome back to Orzammar,
Trust
where
follow,
everyone
Warden.
hates me.
Your arrival is a mixed blessing. Your return is not celebrated, but we must respect your new role.
Hmm.
Ah, the Paragons, I believe. The dwarves worship their own ancestors, if you can believe it.
Imagine if all of those were golems.
That would be pretty badass. You'd have a decent army.
Now that's a thing of beauty, daughter. If you work hard like Branka, all Orzammar will know your name.
Mother, I don't want to be like her.
Don't say that! Not to me, not to anyone. Now get back to the forge. I want to see more details.
Yes, Mother.
The Paragons.
Bread? Please, sir. Just a bit of bread. I haven't eaten in days.
And you will not eat to this day either, apparently.
Step back, Brand. Call yourself Warden, but the Paragons in this hall should not have to suffer the sight of you.
If only you had come at a less troubled time.
Yeah, they do not like me.
Stories about your Circle of the Magi, my dear Wynne.
Is that so?
There is a circle in my country, of course, but perhaps things are different here. I visited the Antivan Circle on official Crow business once. Met a beautiful young apprentice who was very eager for a taste of the outside world.
Please, please get to the point.
All I wonder is whether the Templars guard the mages here as closely as they do in Antiva. In Antiva, the Templars watch the circle like a jealous husband guarding the chastity of a wanted bride.
Interesting metaphor, but yes, it is not too different in Ferelden.
And is it also true that when the moon swells to fullness, the mages of the circle gather at the top floor of their tower and, naked under the stars, make love to each other?
What? No! Maker's breath.
Oh, I found out recently that it was not true in Antiva, and hoped that it would be in Ferelden. Alas.
Mission report. Key to the city. am I gonna crash again? No. Did I just see someone phase through the...
It is the Assembly who makes a king, and a king who nominates his successor. None of it is carried in the blood.
Or, as now, when someone tries using the Assembly to pull a coup. Who's to say what my father said in his final hours, when the usurper Harrowmont was the only one by his side?
I'll have you thrown in prison.
You've bitten off more than you can chew!
Handlers, separate these dashers in the Diamond Quarter. I will not have Balin incite a riot.
Do not speak that way about the man who should be king!
Home sweet home.
I won't have fighting in the Commons, especially in front of outsiders. I find that soddy fool, I'll have him in the Legion.
Ooh, that is a threat. Hello, Captain of the Guard.
Vieta, I have enough crime without some castless carrying weapons in the city. Your actions risk pain of death. Name yourself.
Cast means nothing, I am Talia.
The Grey Warden recruit? They said you were a brand, but I thought it a joke. Surfacers and their cloud-addled heads. Fine, oh illustrious Grey Warden. What do you want?
The Blight is coming, and I am in need of Orzammar's assistance.
Surface problems. Well, we have no king to hear you. You can join the shouting at the Assembly in the Diamond Quarter if you want. Bunch of Desher lords bickering over sand. Balin, Harrowmont. Is one so different? No paragons here.
Sound like Baron and Harrowmont are the ones to talk to.
They've caged themselves for fear of each other. As you've seen, keeping order down among us working people is dodgy. No place for a proper lord. Balin speaks through his second, Vartag Gavorn, in the Assembly. Lord Harrowmont speaks through Dulin Ferender from his estate.
I should get going.
Yes, you should.
Alright. Now, I actually have decided to join with Balin this playthrough. Last time I joined with Harrowmont, however...
People, they certainly build high ceilings.
Now that is a remarkable amount of lava. Do you think anyone ever falls in?
Lava bad. Don't go near the lava.
Fair enough. After playing through the game a few times...
Is the Elder Mage.
Clearly because it is purple, and a hyena.
Then you simply wish to be perverse? Surely you're better than that.
I have found that I'm allowed precious few amusements. Since so many prefer to call me Gollum, I enjoy referring to them in a similar fashion.
Oh, very well. But could you at least use a different adjective? I do not wish my age to be my defining characteristic.
As the fussy mage desires.
Oh, I give up.
Just overall, in playthroughs, I think Balin overall is the better choice. And in all fairness, I was born a castless dwarf. Balin wants to reform the entire way that Orzammar is structured, whereas Harrowmont wants to keep things more or less the same. Maintain the status quo, as it were. So I think it makes more sense for me to want to, oh, wall carving, huh? To want to be a, Balin supporter.
Lovely.
Hello, Jannar. Long time no see.
Welcome to Jannar Family Armors. I, assume you have some kind of dispensation to let you wear all that.
I'm a Grey Warden. How many times do I have to say it? See what you've got. You know anything about what's happening with the king? Are you part of the Smith cast? Yes, I'm a Grey Warden. How many times do I have to say it?
Many apologies. I had to ask. So, what can I help you with?
Let's see what you've got.
Of course.
Keep in mind, we also take items on trade.
Do you have bag spots? No. I'm not interested.
Atrast Vala, stranger. Here
You know
for
anything
our
about what's happening with the king?
I stay out of politics. It's not good for a smith to get the attention of those who grant vendors licenses. Lord Harriman's a fair man. My father did business with him, and he always paid on time. But the Idukans have served us well. If it is the ancestors' wisdom to keep them on the throne, I cannot object.
Fair enough.
And you needn't bring...
Moving on.
Ancestors, guard my son, for he is lost in darkness. Mothers, keep him safe, for you know what it is to mourn. I'm sorry. Did you have an offering for the ancestors? I can move aside. I don't have much to bring them.
What were you praying for?
My name is Vilda, widow of Turok of the Smith caste. I pray here every day for my son, Ruck. I only wish I knew whether I should be asking for his safe return or for the ancestors to accept his soul.
What happened to him?
It was 5 years ago. He was only a youngster. He joined a Deep Roads excursion, the only smith to go with the warriors to repair their arms. He was so proud, but he got separated somehow. When they came home, he wasn't with them.
Did anyone go after him? Do you want me to look for him?
How? There is no way except to brave the Deep Roads yourself.
I'm a Grey Warden, that's what we do.
A warden? So you could do it. Only wardens face the Deep Roads without a company backing them. Oh, thank you. The ancestors finally heed my prayers.
Take heart, good widow Filda. We'll do our best.
Don't get your hopes up. We could search the deep roads for decades with no sight of the boy.
Please, find me as soon as you return.
Zev might have disapproved of that. No. He was just being sassy. Legnar.
A brand in the commons. And outfitted like a topsider, no less. Good. Let people see Castless have a purpose. The more cracks in the old way, the better. That's what Balin stands for.
Your allegiance to this Balin is clear. Why?
Not your business, but I see where the gold is. He's the traditional pick, yet he wants a new way, whether some like it or not.
Let me see what you have in your store.
I'll take your gold. You're good for that.
Bag slots. Nope, no such luck. Gold symbol of Andraste would be good for, Leliana, but she is completely filled out. That is for Shale. This would be for Ogren. Don't think those are worth anything for me at the moment. Vera Blood Magic has stigmatized our fantasy. I'll take that, sure. Sounded sus, but it's probably fine. I'll take all your injury kits. All your health potions. And that'll be that. Very good.
Maker's blessing on you, sister.
Why are you invoking a human god?
The Maker brought forth this world and every creature in it.
In my experience, religious people are inveterate liars.
He chose a human woman as his prophet and bride, but he loves all races, even elves. I'm Brother Burkle of the Red Cliff Chantry, returned to my ancestors' land to spread the chant of light. I'm petitioning to open a chantry in Orzammar.
Why would we want a human chantry in Orzammar?
There is resistance. It's obvious the world wasn't created by the mortal souls who dwelt within it. Yet the dwarves of Orzammar persist in worshipping their own forefathers.
Well, good luck with that. Let me know how it turns out.
Never mind. The Shaper of Memories has refused me so far. I thought perhaps with another advocate. Well, if you have a change of heart, let me know.
Nah. I don't think Talia would care to have a chantry here. Granted, she wouldn't care either way. Oh shit, I was gonna save before trying to transfer screens. All good. Well, it's been a minute since we've been in Dust Town. Would you look at this?
There's a big one. We'll get 20 for their kid once we cut them out of it.
I figured we might as well get my family out of the way, see what happened to them. I assume my mother's still a drunk, but something could have come to my sister. You never know. Where are you trying to shoot? Up there is like way out of the way, buddy.
Aha! I smell a seedy underbelly. Warts and all.
We're here to kill them all, yes? For sport?
No, Shale. Not quite. Hello?
Who are you? You don't look like any guardsman I ever saw, and that's not much of a uniform.
I'm Talia, Grey Warden.
Oh, you looking for a chance to bring in some coin? Could be I have that opportunity. Especially for someone with a few connections above ground.
I'd have to hear what you're asking.
Human kings, you know, they make these ridiculous laws. Like about who gets to buy and sell lyrium, the sacred gift the stone provides us to show her love. No law should regulate that. The laws are meant to keep mages away from the stuff, so there's always buyers in the Circle Tower. I got one man named Godwin. He's expecting a delivery of a stone's weight. You want an investment opportunity? I could see fit to, say, sell you that lyrium instead, at the reasonable price of 50 sovereigns. You can keep it, or, since you can travel freely from here, sell it to Godwin, who you know is buying. And if you bring back his return order, I could pay you, say, 20 sovereigns as a finder's fee.
50's a bit much when you've got no options. 40.
You haggle like a merchant born. Deal. Here's the lyrium, then. You, probably don't want to take it out of the box. I'll be waiting for the next order somewhere out of sight. Say, just around the corner.
Very well. What's in here?
What are you looking for? We got nothing to buy for the likes of you. Or maybe you wanted to sell.
See your wares?
Of course.
Other than that, no. Very well. And we'll swap that on Zev. There you are. Here's a beggar. Assembly directive.
Well, all right.
Your clothes are so fancy. Did you get them topside?
Yes, I did.
My mam used to say they don't got no stone to protect them topside. If I go up there, I'm gonna fall into the sky.
You just have to hold on real tight with your feet.
Yes. When my dad left, he never came back. Who's to say he didn't fall up, eh?
I have to go now.
Don't fall into the sky when you go back up there.
Let's see.
Well, look at that. It's not often old Nadezhda sees a fine-dressed stranger here in Dust Town. Help a poor cripple.
Nadezhda, is that you?
Well, I'll be a drunken nug. You're Rika's little sister, aren't you? You used to work for Barat before you jaunted off to be a Grey Warden. What in the dust are you doing here?
Just wanted to check out the old neighborhood.
Well, here it is. Hasn't changed a bit.
Musk still living here?
Oh, sure. You'll see him around. Not like when you two were cracking skulls together, though. You had the whole neighborhood terrified.
Heard the card has expanded since I left.
Jarvi has been real shrewd. Some of the men thought Barat made a bad choice in her, but they're all feeding the lava. She killed a few of Barat's relatives topside, got them in line, and the goods have been fast and steady since.
Yeah, you used to also run for Barat.
I did some soldiering for Barat, until some new commissioned guardsmen decided to teach some brands a lesson. Broke both my knees, then made me kneel in dung for an hour until I passed out from the pain. Never mended right. Barat tossed me on the street since I had no more use. Pretty much how my mam told me I'd end up.
Mine too.
Ah, and look what happened to you. Shows what mothers know.
Thanks for the help.
You, look like you've done well. You sure you can't spare a little more? There, but for the grace of the ancestors, you know.
Give you 10 silver, take care of yourself.
I'll think of you when I go to bed with a full stomach.
I've been there, sister. Suppose I could check out my good old home. See if my mother's alive. Maybe Rika. Oh, she's not in her chair.
And so I shall.
It's like no one's home.
You got 2 silver? Do anything you want.
Spare a bit for the needy? Have you a coin to spare, milady? It's for my son. He's sick. He hasn't any clean clothes to wear or anything to eat today. Neither have I.
Your face isn't marked. What caste are you?
I am nothing. My family has disowned me. I'm no longer welcome in any mining caste hall. Unless... But no! I can't bear to even think of it!
What did your family want you to do?
My son's father is casteless, as is he. I used to be a miner, but my parents stripped my caste and refused to accept me back. Unless I agree to abandon the child in the deep roads and pretend I never bore him.
Maybe I could reason with your family?
You would do that? But why?
I know what it's like to grow up casteless.
Truly? And look at the finery you wear. Maybe there is hope for my boy after all. Then I cannot offer enough gratitude. But I warn you, my father is a stiff-necked man. His name is Ordell, and he's usually at Tapster's in the evening. I do not think he will listen to you. But I will wait anxiously to see if you can do what you promise.
I will indeed try. I can't do anything with Suspicious Door right now, so we might as well go check that out. Tapster's is as good a spot to start as any. Plus, who knows, maybe we'll find my mother there. Heavens knows she was a drunk.